place. I'm doing fine, I'm feeling great. You're not my fan, you can't relate. Straight talk going, stay not safe. Before you cross me, look both ways. Leaving the scene with no trace, none in my league. You out of place, I'm not at the top, I'm outer space. Can't eat with us, we're out of place. I'm doing fine, I'm feeling great. You're not my fan, you can't relate. Straight talk going, state to state.
What's up, guys? It's Venus here once again, and I'm back for another 5 questions. And today I'm here with the amazing, the wonderful, the extravagant, that Kyle.
Hi.
All right, number 1. What is the deal with you and Monster Energy drinks?
Well, have you seen the memes? It's part of the trifecta of what is Kyle: punching drywall, having daddy issues, and drinking Monster. It's just what it is. So it comes with the territory.
Yeah, I guess. Number 2. Where does the name That Kyle come from?
Well, I'll give you the actual story of how it came to be. What happened was in the very first, well, not the very first, the first that I was on, the second No Ring North volume, I was just Kyle, just kind of hoping that people would kind of just get it. And so I did that. And then I was going to be booked for like another show that they were on. And what happened was they put me against a guy. Doc Damage was his name at the time. He's now the mechanic, Doc Richards. And basically, he was Doc Damage, and I was that Kyle on the poster. And I was like, I didn't do that. I'm like, who did that? I'm like, you know what I mean? But it flowed and it looked cool. So I was just like, whatever. I'm like, whoever did this poster did me a solid. So I'm that Kyle now.
Wow, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
Number 3. Is green your favorite color, or do you have another favorite color?
That's actually a really good question. Purple is actually my actual favorite color. The green just comes from the monsters, to be honest.
Why do you like purple? Do you have like a reason why you like purple?
I was a huge Bam Margera fan when I was younger. I watched a show called Viva La Bam, and that was his favorite color. And he happened to deck like his entire house out in this really beautiful royal purple. And I couldn't help it. Like I took one look and I was like, this is forever my favorite color. Whenever anybody asks, whatever. I think I was probably about your age, to be honest.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Number 4. What is one of the most coolest moments that you've had in wrestling so far?
Oh man, like if I was to like pick one, it has to be the fact that I was in the ring with Madman Pondo at one point. Like when it comes to like in 2010, Colt Cabana has a podcast called The Art of Wrestling, and when that came out with Madman Pondo's episode, it was on my iPod from the time that it was like downloadable until like I didn't have an iPod anymore. It's now on my phone, downloaded on. I even bought his Patreon just so that I could download it. You know what I mean? Like I bought Pondo's book. You know what I mean? Like I used to watch his matches when I was in school on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like I just the idea that I would get to be in the ring with him at one point, like let alone the second year that I've been doing, you know, this as a regular thing. You know what I mean? Like that's insane to me. And also my match with Green Phantom that just happened. That was insane.
Yeah, that was a really good match too.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody's gonna meet their idols hopefully soon. I mean, yeah, right? The 5th and final question. Why did you think PD Skills was your dad?
All right, I'll give you the story. Okay, so my idea was Kyle has to have daddy issues, so of course a wrestler has to be my dad. So I went on the internet and I found a thing called not only Cameo, there was another one, and I forget what it was called now. But basically, you pay a wrestler like $25 and tell them to do a promo about whatever, and they'll they'll go with it or whatever. So Neil Diamond Cutter, Nick Gage, Madman Pondo himself, a couple others, Violent J from Insane Clown Posse. Like they basically were just like, no, we're not your dad, blah blah blah. And so what happened was PD Skills was just like, okay, well, I'm going to mess with Kyle during this hardcore 4-way match that's going on in a skate ramp, and I'm gonna say that I'm his dad. You know what I mean? And so when I heard that, I was in the middle of a 3-man attack. I was attacking 3 men at the same time, and it was like I was really like getting him. And I was turned to PD Skills, and I was gonna get him too. And he just goes, "Hey Kyle, I'm your real dad." And I legitimately threw up in a trash can. That happened. It was real. and so for a whole year, PD Skills was my dad because he said it, not me.
So you just had to kind of go with it?
I just went with it, and whether he wanted to go with it or not, and then he, I guess, decided that it was funny, so he went with it.
That's funny. That's funny. Well, thank you so much again for coming on to the 5 questions.
And thank you for having me.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please smash the button, subscribe, and turn on notifications to get notified each time we post a video. And to see you guys all next time. Bye!
Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to tune in next week for another great episode on all available podcast platforms and hosted on Podbean. Also, check us out on YouTube at Straight Talk Wrestling, on Instagram at Straight Talk Wrestling, on Facebook at Straight Talk Wrestling, and on Twitter at _Straight Talk. And if you feel the need to buy some sweet merch, check us out on ProWrestlingTees.com.
Leaving the scene with no trace, not in my league. You out of place. I'm not at the top. I'm outer space. Can't eat with us. We're out of place. I'm doing fine. I'm feeling great. You're not my fan. You can't relate. Straight talk going state to state.